On this day, 80 years ago, the largest naval air and land operation in history occurred in Normandy, France. A Texas Panhandle native and military historian spoke today at Omaha and Utah beaches in Normandy for the anniversaries of D-Day. Camera Local 4's Kaylee Hanna has the story. It's part of our D-Day anniversary coverage.
On June 6th, a combined Allied force of English, Canadian, American, and one French division sailed across the English Channel in the largest armada ever assembled to stage an invasion on the beaches of Normandy across from England.
163,000 men went ashore, some 13,000 American paratroopers, 4,000 glider soldiers, all landed in Normandy. The paratroopers and the gliders began to arrive around 5 in the morning. The soldiers first went ashore beginning at 6 in the morning, all under heavy gunfire, machine guns, artillery, and tanks. But it was the first assault on Fortress Europe and the first opportunity the Allies had to stage a counter war against the occupation of Western Europe.
That was the beginning of the end for the German occupation of Western Europe. 80 years later, we remember the stories and sacrifices of those who were a part of the Allied landings in Normandy.
I think everyone today who knows about the engagement of 1944 is astounded at the acts of heroism that they performed. The very idea that in one day, the entire high school class of one little town in Virginia, the Bedford boys, every one of them killed on the beaches. That the battle was so large that almost every American household was related to at least one soldier, sailor, or airman who invaded Normandy. And there was no question in anyone's mind that they were in grave risk. We admire that heroism. We admire that willingness that they had to fight for democracy.
London says during the 90 days liberating Brittany and Normandy beginning on June 6th, we lost 29,000 American men, women, soldiers, sailors, and airmen. He says 120,000 more wounded or missing.
I have to say that every single one of those people came ashore somewhere in Normandy on one of our 2 landing beaches. And every one of them walked or rode a tank, or a very few got in a jeep. But they all walked as soldiers, as infantry, as artillery and tankers, crossing Normandy under fire for 90 days. And when you go through the cemeteries and look at the burials, your heart just leaps to see that so many men were killed within the first 60 days and then the next 30. And I would very much like for all of us to be grateful just as much for everyone who continued the fight as for those who landed on June 6th.
London has spent a large portion of his life writing fiction and nonfiction accounts of the war in France. He was invited to speak at Omaha and Utah beaches in Normandy, France for the 80th anniversary of D-Day.
It's an incredible honor just to be here. I think to walk in the ground where our heroes walked, to look at the places where they came ashore, to look at the obstacles they overcame, and to imagine what they did, that alone, just being here is an honor. And to be permitted to be a part of that memorial service is something that I can only be grateful for.
In Amarillo, Kaylee Hanna, KAMR Local 4 News.
London says the lesson of June 6th is that 80 years later, we need to be the country that came together and acted as a unit to protect our democracy. He says if we don't, we run the risk of it happening again.